What do I do for fun? Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing it for maybe like 4 years now, but kind of on and off. I didn't train while I was at college, but now that I'm graduated, I'm in it. I started out at Practical Martial Arts in Corona Madera with Mike Valentine. My brothers were in the kids program, and it just seemed like something fun to do. I'd ran track and cross country in high school, but I wanted something like a little bit more cognitively engaging, and I thought that'd be a cool thing to do, so that's how I got my start. I work at Planet Granite, San Francisco, the climbing gym, so I spend a lot of time climbing there and teaching, coaching kids classes, and working the front desk. So that's what I do in my off time. Read a lot, watch movies, that kind of stuff. I'm blue belt, so it goes white, blue, purple, brown, black. So relatively early on in my journey, but looking forward to getting through the progression. Nowadays, I come here probably 4 or 5 times a week, Monday and Wednesday nights, Tuesday, Thursday mornings, and then either Friday or Saturday if I can make it. So that's like kind of a big part of the culture is like putting your skills to the test in jiu-jitsu competitions. So I've been doing some just small scale, but local tournaments. So a lot of that. Obviously, I just want to work through the progression. One day I'd like to be a black belt, and then that doesn't mean the journey stops, as evidenced by how hard all the black belts keep training, But it's a cool goal to shoot for, so that's definitely one of my main life goals. So podium at most of them. I hadn't won any blue belt until a couple weeks ago, but finally did that. The grind, it's like no matter how good you are, there's someone who's better than you at least some part of the game. And I mean, I'm worse in a lot of part of the games than a lot of my training partners. I'm with a bunch of badasses. So just constantly like that, there's no room for complacency and just sitting back and relaxing and kind of phoning it in. It just has to be going after it, always. You can train light, but even training light is so cognitively and physically demanding that you just have to show up, and there's really no room for the ego protection that you can sometimes have where you're like, oh, I'm having a bad day. But since it's, simulated of course, but life and death, it's very much not a lot of room for. The most positive thing jiu-jitsu's brought to me is just general life outlook. There's that Musashi quote, once you understand the way thoroughly, you begin to see it in all things, right? So it's just that kind of grind mentality, that destruction of the ego, kind of applying that to everything in my life. No matter who I talk to, I try to find some kind of lesson I can learn and not go into it like I'm so tough or I'm the smartest or I have nothing to gain from this person, because every time I'm on the mat, I find something that I can learn from everybody, and so I try to apply that everywhere else. Plus, it just gives my life meaning, it gives me something to get up for and grind for. And I think a lot of people kind of just coast through life or look forward to the weekend or whatever. But since this is just all week, all the time, it's just something to be looking forward to and thinking about and really focusing my energy. And it's just got that, like I said, that mental and physical demand that makes it so special.